World of Warcraft is one of it. It's something. Unlike most of you guys, I've played the game for a really long time, but unlike most of you guys, I am really fucking unlucky at the game. Like God was really hitting me with a shit stick throughout Shadowlands there. Somewhere in the second half of the expansion, my guild convinced me that I'd be a good main tank, so that was interesting. It's kind of like my wife trying to convince me that my sudden reinterest in Pokemon cards is a midlife crisis, but I'm pretty sure it's just because some of them have thighs now. Fast forward a while now, and here we are in Dragonflight. The dragons are pretty cool. I wish you could put truck nuts on them, but they're pretty cool. I like mine. I like to humanize him a little bit. Call him Nathan. You tell him, Nate. When you let Jesus take that wheel, he really speaks through you, bud. Besides the dragons, we got to talk about the music. The music's really, really good. I mean, it's not unlike any other WoW expansion. The music's pretty much always good in WoW, and that's one of my favorite things about the game. I think we, unfortunately, spend most of our time playing with game music muted. At least I do, but... And that brings us to this, a heaping pile of 1990s half-working music technology that I totally haven't accidentally spilled beer on multiple times. These are called samplers. This guy right here is my personal favorite. What we're looking at is an Akai MPC 2000 XL. The easiest way to explain what this is let's say you have an audio source, whether that's like a vinyl record, music from WoW, maybe you're playing one of those cool spooky stick things. Whatever it is that you're using, you hook it up to your audio inputs and essentially record it into your MPC. Now that we've got our sound, cool, what we're gonna do now is chop it up. After we chop it up into little pieces, we go ahead and we spread it across these pads here. From this point, I guess it's pretty self-explanatory. I mean, you can kind of, press the pads, how you chop the sounds and sort of rearrange them however you want to. When I make these songs and I lay them across the pads, I always try to think of each set of pads as different layers of the song. So let's say the first layer is our first sample, right? The little one from our record there, right? Chopped up, we can arrange it however we want to, blah, blah, blah. And then the sample that we're using from WoW is just our Jade Forest sound. You might notice it sounds a little bit different, got a little bit of effects going on it, and that's just because we messed with it in the parameters section here. After we have pretty much everything laid out, we got our drum sounds. I have a ton of floppy disks of drums. Yeah, it's floppy disks. That's what this thing uses. I actually interchange it out with a CF card reader now. Now that I'm doing these WoW remixes, I kind of need a little bit more room. So we'll lay out our drums. I have a couple of these sounds. We'll go ahead and we'll use... snares, hi-hats. That's pretty much all. Pretty much all we need. Pretty basic for this one. Nothing too special. A lot of times what I'll do next is I'll determine the key signature that the actual WoW sample is in so that I can go ahead and find some samples that'll work with it, or maybe I want to record some guitar to go with it, or ukulele, or piano, or whatever. For this one, we're going to do all samples so that you guys get a good example of what we're doing. And it sounds a little bit like this with the WoW sample layered over the drums. And then that brings us to bass. I've been having a lot of fun doing bass lately. What I do now, and what I found is pretty easy for me, is I'll record little tiny bass chops in. That's literally all. So then we can kind of mess around with it. And then we can play with the song, kind of like this. Kind of hard to do while holding the camera, but you guys get the point. That's kind of how it's done, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I guess I can do some more of these how it's made videos, so yeah, thank you guys for watching.